ensemble today and every day except for the days he's not here. Ladies and gentlemen,
but we have Loud and Swain. So let's do it.
yay. In whatever form that is.
I saw him, he did have stilts.
Are they
We need to have a movie that's like Jared versus Godzilla.
Yeah, here it is. I'll be Jared. And this is Godzilla. Kneel down. Godzilla's small. Me tall. Why does he talk like Frankenstein?
That's just the way you talk.
Me don't like grammar. Even though he well educated.
Which actually is he loves grammar more than.
I know, he's actually a
Grammar.
He's a grammar file.
Yeah.
Much of my chagrin.
Well, because you will send him a text. You know, you send a text like, "Hey, coming soon," and he'll answer right back, "I am coming."
Yeah, I just send a long text message of heartfelt, meaningful words, and he sends back, hashtag comma splice. You don't get names. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't about giants that destroy towns, massive people who throw Robin Rich around
Attack of the Paddle.
like dolls. No, this is about Sunday. This is about supernatural and friends. It's about, well, it's about Jensen. It's about Jeffrey D. Morgan. That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. But it wouldn't be about that had we not had the fabulous ramp that was Friday and Saturday, culminating in a concert that was fantastic. That was next level. They introduced a lot of new voices to the stage. JoJo hadn't done a number with you.
Yeah, but.
No, not like that.
Well,
no, sir.
I keep forgetting that you were actually there.
Doesn't matter. Last night he used a different JoJo.
It was a different song. New song for JoJo.
New song.
Yeah.
And you never had Meg Donnelly sing it?
Yep, third time.
Not like last night you haven't.
Well, she's
No,
done.
sir.
No, she's done that song before.
On the way over.
She did really
If it's been
well.
old Jersey, we would have dusted off a few turds, called it a show. But no, this is New Jersey. You got the new Meg.
Same Meg.
You got the new JoJo.
Same Meg, great as always.
I don't think you've ever had Jason Mays on the stage with you.
He's been with us about 100 years.
Not like last night.
Okay, all right.
Last night was a whole new ballgame. I'm telling you, it was something. It was something.
It was
Gil McKinney
Gil McKinney.
was on the stage
He was on the stage
doing a whole new
doing
song.
the song he's done before.
Nope, no sir, not like that.
No.
Not like last night.
All right.
Had a whole new take on it, whole new spin, whole
He
new
sings so.
wannabe.
Hey,
Yeah.
you would know. You would know. Better than anyone.
I know you're mocking me because I wasn't here, and here's what I'm going to tell you. You guys are so good, I don't need to be here if I killed it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's-
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of killing it, slaying the rock and roll dragons all weekend long. It's loud and swaying over here, my
You're right. You guys killed it last night. Speaking of killing it, you guys.
The band is great. Round of applause for the band. And now, let's go to the band. On the drums, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's Mr. Steven Nortang. On the bass guitar, my red-eyed buddy, America's Rob, you can't write that stuff, dude.
Nope.
You just can't do it.
Can't write it.
I've told people that, like, Rob, the funniest man in the show is Rob, literally the funniest guy I know. And you're at your funniest when you have that, like, the false start in the band. Oh, you're like, well, the Pistons.
Longest. Ignore it, everybody. Watching me like a hawk.
Oh, everybody. A lot of people think that we're professionals, and that's not true. And I want to dispel that right now. I want to put that to bed.
We're what the industry would call posers.
Yes, and our work ethic is what the industry would refer to as sad and lackluster.
Non-existent.
However, every now and then, because of some, I don't know, entertainment magic or rock and roll prowess, some members of this band attract a little something from the ladies. And you're about to see it play out right now. Where Mr. Michael Borhoff and Ruth Connell do the dance of the devil that makes it the robot baby. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her. It's Ruth Connell. I think, oh, he's got nowhere to go because nothing rhymes with eyes,
Exactly.
and yet you find something. It's a rhyming miracle.
I mean, lies was right there in front of me, but no.
No.
Or thighs.
Yeah. Hey. Whoa.
Keep it clean,
Family show.
They've met me before.
Yeah, I know. So are we, and that's why we're worried.
All right, Ruth Connell, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Michael. Bye. Hello, Robert. What did you leave behind? Oh, see you later. See you later. Hi. Oh my God, those lights are too bright for a Sunday morning. Jesus Christ. Hello. Were you all here last night? I heard it was a great crowd. I was like, that's what I expect from New Jersey, honestly. I expect no less. And how are you all feeling today? Okay. Maybe just one coffee in. Maybe some more coffee to go. How are you?
How are you?
Okay, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Andrea from Staten Island.
Staten Island?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's gonna take a while to explain. That's all I can say.
Okay. Give me 3 words to describe it.
Oh God.
Under pressure, in front of 1,000 people. That's okay. You're fine. Lively.
Interesting.
Fun.
Fun-ish.
Classy.
No. Not classy.
Okay, sounds like my kind of place.
So my question is, last night, I didn't go to sleep until really late, and I had pizza really late, so I had a very weird dream.
Oh.
So I was wondering if you had any weird dreams, if you remember any.
Oh my goodness, I remember my dreams. I'm really my dreams feel really, I'm not saying I'm a lucid dreamer, but they seem, when I wake up I can really remember them. And I can almost, you can start to kind of unpick them a little bit. Especially I think the feeling, it's more the feeling you have. You're anxious about the situation but hi. Well, Rob noticed this actually. Hi. Hi. Oh, hi, yeah. Oh, sorry, were you busy? Oh, hi. Like your sparkles. What really happens to me, and see if this is the same for you, when I dream, so often I'm in my childhood home. Does that happen to you? But like people from now, or situations from now, but in my childhood home. And I feel like it's just so, our psyches are so interesting. Like where we're based from. You know what I mean? Where we come from makes such an impact. Hello, I just wanted to see you all. Hi. Hi. Hi, good morning. You're late! Hi. Good morning. Hi. Are you sisters? Oh! You are? Congratulations. Okay. You're not supposed to tell anyone. So you don't know if it's girls or boys yet? But it's hereditary. Oh wow! Oh my goodness! Wow, fascinating. I know, and Jason has twins too. So you're almost like siblings. I know, I get it. Good morning. Hi. Hi. Why are you two loitering at the back? Oh, you work here, that's okay. Oh, look at these posters. I just love this picture of Meg so much. I want to look like that when I grow up. Hi. Hi. I'll say hello to all the redheads. Hello. Even the bright red ones. Oh, you're real. It doesn't matter if you're real or not. You can just be an honorary redhead. Yeah. Or a green head. Blue head, whatever you want. Hi. 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 Hello. Okay, we've gone over this. My panel started 5 minutes ago. Where have you been? The bathroom, okay. Did you ask if you could go? Sorry, hello. Hello, good morning. It's afternoon now, isn't it? It's after 12. It's still good morning in Scotland or something, I don't know. How are you? Good. What's your name? Gianna. Are you from New Jersey? Oh, where's Delaware?
Me too!
Oh, that's good. Hi. 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 Oh, we've got matching jackets. I like it. Why is mine better? Well, why would my jacket be better than Jensen's jacket? That's true. Hi, good morning. You're very noisy out here. Shut up. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hi, what's your name? Hi. I know you've got a big question, so I'll get ready to prepare myself for your question. Good morning, ladies. You're doing a great job. How do you say good morning? And this is Rowena. Ruth. That's Ruth. What's Rowena? Oh, that's still the same. Okay. Oh, I like it. Hi. Okay. I should answer a question, really. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Hi, my name's Emmy. I'm from Connecticut. I've been asking ridiculous questions all weekend, and I just wanted to
Jesus.
straighten it up.
Okay. I'm not emotionally ready.
No, it's not that bad, I promise.
Okay.
What?
It is that bad already.
Shut up.
She's wearing a Care Bear t-shirt. I'm prepared for the worst.
So, what would you do, and how would your life change if you got home and found out there was a penguin living in your freezer?
I would be very nervous if there was a penguin in my freezer. But it's living, you say, it's not a dead penguin.
Yeah, it's alive.
We played this game, and what I'm about to say is really bad, so I'm sorry. No, but it is actually quite a bad thing to say. But it's a scale of 0 to 100 of how bad things are. And so, what's worse, finding... Just Please excuse me, it's not my game. I just play the game. Is it worse to find a dead? I can't say it. A dead something in your bed, or half a dead something in your bed. See, it's bad, I told you. But this penguin's living, so it's not that bad compared to the game I play at home.
Yesterday, Drake said that he would make steak out of it.
No! I mean, he's tall, he eats more protein than me, so maybe that's fair.
But then I think it was like JoJo and Meg who were like, no, we would teach you to dance like in Happy Feet.
I would make friends with it. I think penguins are really lovable. There's a true story, or maybe it's an urban myth. In Scotland, we have Edinburgh Zoo, and they have a penguin enclosure. And there is a story, and I don't know again if it's an urban myth or not, but this little kid managed to smuggle a baby penguin home, and the parents discovered it in the bath. And you're like, you just want the penguin to be hurt is the main thing. So as long as the penguin was happy in my freezer, I mean there's a lot of ice cream in there, there's not a lot of room. If they were happy, I would have no problem with it, as long as the zoo or animal welfare didn't have a problem. I would just make friends with the penguin. I think they seem really happy. And they mate for life, don't they? They're super cute. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm glad I got there in a minute. Okay, bye. Bye. Okay, no more penguin questions.
If you were a penguin, what kind
Good
of
morning.
penguin would you
So
be?
I'm a practicing eclectic witch, and I'm from India. But
You're from India?
Yes, and I imbibe all the pantheons and all the cultures and try to make something of my own path. And
Yes.
I felt that when they introduced Rowena's character, bringing in the goddess element almost,
Yes.
the powerful, the divine feminine was very, very inspiring for me. And despite all the darkness and the light and all the aspects, I felt that you brought the character to the fore, and I was very happy. And I'm also from the colonies, so I grew up in Nigeria and India, which are British colonies. So I grew up on the legends of the lore of the Celtic myths and the Irish lore and the British in the Isles and everything, and of course the whole goddess culture. And so I really appreciated that. And is there anything like, when you were trying to get ready for your character of Rowena's, was there anything that you grew up with your own culture and your heritage from lore that you hold dearly to your heart, which
Yes.
inspired you?
Yes, first of all, you said what kind of witch were you?
I'm an eclectic witch. So,
Eclectic witch, I love that word.
Yes, so it's a very newer, and I'm using it now I'm identifying as it because I have a spiritual community and a witch network that I'm part of in my local town. So, and I have a tarot therapist that helps me through a lot of, like how to jump the loopholes and how to, make sure that I use the right terms and the correct usage. And I give respect to all the cultures that I'm trying to imbibe.
That's it, right? There's many paths to God, but they all lead the same way, right? I'm an eclectic actor, I think. People are like, what's your process or your theory, or I'm like, whatever works. When I got the sites to Rowena, I really, Bob Behrens is still my dear friend, who wrote the sites, and I turned to the back page first, and the last line I said in the scene, it wasn't a real scene, it was a made-up scene that he wrote for the vision. The last line was, "Now do you understand why it breaks my heart to see what a colossal pussy you become?" Excuse me, gave me so much of the character of her attitude. And then I got the fact that I was in this episode Soul Survivor. So I started to build the person rather than trying to label them or say, act witchy. Do you know what I mean? But then, in continuing to play Rowena as time went on, and I did African magic, and I did Gaelic, and I did Polish, and I did all these different kinds of things that I felt were very well researched. That's what I really think about religion and everything. Like, how you feel about it, how you respond to it, is what matters. And one thing I will say that has become more clear to me is that I come from we're very practical people, Scottish people. And my grandma, who was here yesterday? Do you remember I was saying about a script about my grandma's life? So my grandma brought up 4 children, run a haulage business, was the only woman in the Scottish Football Association, very practical woman. And she also thought nothing of the fact that she felt a strong intuition there was something wrong with my dad, or that was very normal. It's not weird, and it turns out my great-grandmother used to read tea leaves, which is a really Scottish tradition. Now, in Cyprus, you read coffee, or that's what I mean. I think so I'm open to everything. I think my own innate kind of woo-woo and spirituality was allowed to flourish because I played Rowena, and I feel, see if you agree, that when I started, there wasn't many witches on TV, and I feel like it's not because of Rowena, I think it was just part of a wave, that, a general zeitgeist thing, where there's a rise of the divine feminine, the Me Too, all these things. This big wave happened where all of a sudden there's a lot more women on television, there's a lot more witches, there's a lot more spirituality, there's a lot more of everything like that. And it's not against men, it's just an allowance. And I feel like it allows men to be more open to that side of themselves too. Because men can be so intuitive, really, it's frightening. But they don't really know that they're being it. They're just like, they ask you a question, you're like, shit, why are you asking me that question? So I'm in favor of everything. So I'm an eclectic witch and actress. So I love your question. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And just one tiny request. Could you say Fergus?
Yes, okay. If I had $1, I'd put up about $1,000 with it. Fergus. The Winchesters. People always used to ask me to say the Winchesters. It would be really fun to be on the Winchesters. And be able to say to someone, that would be fun. But Fergus. Thank you for your question. Bye for now. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Charlotte. I have this thing where if they're not around, I like to embarrass my friends. So I do it when they're around anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I wanted to know your most embarrassing or funny story about Rob Benedict.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
Pick one.
No. I'll get in trouble. I like have a Rolodex of memories of what in my brain, and I don't censor it. So I'm just going to tell you a memory that I just had. It's a really embarrassing thing that I felt. So this is more embarrassing for my mom. Maybe my mom is very organized, very particular, and very neat. And when I was younger, I was not so much. Not so much. And I was in our house in Scotland, and I was going to a friend's birthday, my friend Diane's birthday, and I got her this little silver heart. It was a jewellery box, so cute in the package and everything. So anyway, I come home one day, my mum's tidied up all my stuff. I'm like, oh whatever, fine, it's fine. So yeah, I go off to this birthday party, I wrap up her present. There's like 30 of her friends at this party. Everyone gives her a present, so she opens her present in front of everyone. And when she opens her present, she's like, oh, it's a beautiful little silver heart jewellery box. And she opens it, and all my jewellery's inside. My mum had tidied my jewellery away into my present. And it looked like I had re-gifted her. Do you know what I mean? And so that was maybe 17 years ago. And I'm still so embarrassed to think about it. Will that do? Okay. Rob, I honestly wouldn't know where to begin. My mind's actually drawing a blank, so that's probably the safest. I just don't say anything. Okay, there'll be no divorce today. Hi.
Hi, Ruth. How are you? My name is Catherine McCauley DeAndrea. I'm from Milburn, New Jersey, and I have a special request from you, if you could, please. My daughter Francesca, who just joined the United States Army, 17-year-old. We're here together to enjoy her last hurrah before she leaves for OSUD. Now, my special request to you, ma'am, is her Brit Lit teacher Mrs. Ellen Hayes is retiring after many years of showing up, not as a teacher, not just for a paycheck, but as an exemplary, I mean, she's just an educator.
Yes.
And this is her favorite TV show, and what she'll say to the kids is, what would Sam and Dean do?
Okay.
So this has been, and you are an amazing inspiration to her as well. So as this year, a retirement gift, this would be more to her than the most expensive champagne, anything. After all the years that she served, and her name is Mrs. Ellen Hayes of Milburn High School in Milburn, New Jersey.
Mrs. Ellen Hayes. Mrs. Ellen Hayes.
Yes.
Hold on. How's my life?
Beautiful, gorgeous, as always.
Mrs. Ellen Hayes, thank you so much for your service. And my mom is a teacher and would go out the bounds of what you're supposed to do to help people, and I hear that you do the same above and beyond. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything, and have a lovely retirement, and I hope you've got lots of time now to rewatch Supernatural 15 times. And eat chocolate too, like me. Thank you so much. Hello, is this Hunter? Hunter's got a question. I want Hunter to ask. No.
My question's kind of weird, but are there any weird food combinations that you enjoy?
Weird food combinations I enjoy. I'll tell you, when I was younger, is anyone else like this? Where, on my plate, I want my spaghetti hoops to be on one side and my toast on the other. I don't want to touch. And I don't, if somebody gives me a pudding, even now I'm like, I want the ice cream separate. Don't put the ice cream on top. Don't pour the custard over the top. You have custard, right? Don't pour the cream over the top. Let me keep it separate. So it's more a weird food non-combination thing where I'm like, oh, the texture, oh, stuff. Like, keep things separate. Is that weird? Is that not? But now, I think chili and chocolate goes together really well, which is not weird, it's kind of normal now. But in Edinburgh, in a lot of the bakeries, they have, you'll understand this being from New Jersey, a lot of you are from New Jersey. We have a lot of Italian bakeries, and we have an Italian loaf, like a white, thick, doughy baguette. And it's probably enough to feed you for a day if you eat one of these. But when we were dancers, we used to get one and cut it in half and get a Whisper, Cadbury's Whisper chocolate bar, and grill it. Sounds good, right? Awesome. It's not weird, it's just really awesome. You're welcome. Bye, Hunter. Thanks for your question. Very loud, booming voice, Hunter. Hello. Hi.
I'm doing Mad Libs. You've done Mad Libs. Yes, I know.
Oh, gosh. Yes.
You've done Mad Libs with me before.
Yes.
So, I was wondering if you could give us a noun, and if it's a very cool, word that you'd like to say.
What is one noun?
Yeah.
Like bra. Brassiere. Brassiere. No over the shoulder, boulder holder. You can choose whichever you want. You're welcome. Hello.
Hi, I'm Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Spell your last name. Thank
Hi,
you.
Betty. Okay, hands up if you're called Shannon. Oh, I just met them all yesterday. Okay.
Your last name. Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
It's fun.
So as Rowena and as yourself, what would you say your most irrational superstition is?
Oh, I like that question. Rowena, that's a really good one. I think Rowena knows, she really understands the laws of alchemy, and so her suspicion would be a smart, like, superstition and suspicion, if you look back in time, there's always a practical reason, right? Like for example, not saying the M Scottish play, right, comes from a real problem that if theatres were not doing well, they'd have to put the Scottish play onto the audiences in. So there's a reason for that. I'm not saying that word because it tends to have meant that your theatre wasn't doing so well. So I feel like Rowena's Superstition would be about, you know, don't let the salt touch your toe or something, you know what I mean? Or she would have something very practical. My superstition, I'm trying to think what my superstition is. I do like to touch wood if I say something I don't want to happen. I do like to touch wood. I think it does you no harm. Sometimes it's quite hard to find a piece of wood. That's what she said. Like mahogany or something. So I do like to touch wood quite a lot. That's what she said. Okay. I'm glad to see some of you are still awake. Not just up to some Misha photo op or whatever the hell you're doing. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon.
My name's Tia. I'm from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And I was just wondering what your favorite vacation has been that you've been on and where you would like to go that you haven't been to yet.
I love vacation. Don't you love vacation? Oh my goodness, we don't do it enough, do we? And what I try and do, because we travel so much. Like, I feel like we're on an airplane 4 times a month minimum. So sometimes a staycation is a really great vacation. You know, when you're just in the house. I'm just in the house for a whole day, just moving things about. Not talking to anyone. I really enjoy, I say I'm pottering around and just doing that for a day. Or like coming here, we came in a day early and had a whole day in New York. That's like a little, I like to have, you know what I mean? But I would love to go on a beach holiday. Like, not for too long, because I get bored quick too, but I would love to go, I've never been to Tahiti. One day, I'll tell you, this is such a Misha thing to do. When we were in the convention in Atlanta, I had to hang around for a little while because I wasn't sure if I was going to Vancouver or to Britain, depending what work came up first. And the Bahamas is only a 2-hour flight from Atlanta. So I was Googling flights to the Bahamas for one day. I would do that, do you know what I mean? I would do that. So if you see Rob, tell him, I want to go, I want to stay like, I've never done this. I'd like to stay like the 4 seasons, even just for one night, on like in Tahiti or the Bahamas or something, just like a real beach vacation, because I have not done that for so long. Does that sound good?
Yeah, great.
You're all good with me.
I have the Latin Swing Jam session a little bit, so I'll make sure to like pass.
Okay, just a little hint. Nice question. Ah, does everyone feel more relaxed now? Like just seeing like a nice island and like a little margarita in your hand with an umbrella or
Hi, my name's Amanda. I live 20 minutes from here, so
oh, cool.
New Jersey. By the way, the food not touching thing, it's called brumotactilophobia.
Say that again.
Brumotactilophobia. It's the food not touching each other.
Brumotactile. The tactile, but I understand. Phobia.
Yeah, brumotactilophobia.
B-R-U-M-O.
Yes.
What does brumo mean?
I don't know.
Brum.
I just learned in my psychology class, so.
Yeah, brumo. I wonder if that means to like imbibe it or something, or.
Probably, I don't know. But
That's cool.
my question is, what was your least and most favorite part of working on the cast of Supernatural, with the cast of Supernatural?
The least favorite. Least favorite. I was gonna make I'm being funny, okay? So don't go all, right? Mark Shepherd? No. Some of you still did it. I love Mark. If Mark was my least, that's how great it was, because I love Mark. So it was pretty amazing. And that's a joke. No, there's nothing least. I can't. What would be bad? What's the least? I can't. Like what? Like a cockroach in the trailer one day or something? That didn't happen. Nothing. Like absolutely it's been an absolute gift of my life, the joy of my life to be in Supernatural and to still be doing this and meeting you all and still keeping kiss at Mark Shepherd. It will be, I booked the job in 2014, so next year it will have been a decade of my life, and probably the best decade of my life. Not the easiest or anything, there's been plenty, like shit, doesn't shit happen in life? Yes. Like, all the time, you're like, what? And that Sunscreen song was so true. Like, you should not worry about things because the thing comes out of like, shit has happened, but it has also been amazing. Probably the best decade of my life, thanks to Supernatural. So that's the least best thing that's happened. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for your question. Does that answer your question?
What's your most favorite?
That time Jensen gave me Isla single malt in a really fancy hotel. We'd all had dinner together in an amazing location, about to do a convention, and it's not my favorite. I have a Rolodex of amazing memories, and that's the one that came up. And he was like, you know what this is, Ruth? You know what this is, Ruth? And actually, this is the worst thing that happened. I was bummed I didn't guess it was an Isla malt. I think it was really from the Isle of Mull, where I've actually been. So it's like a taste of home, taste of Scotland, with a Texan, in Hawaii or wherever the hell we were. And that's a pretty good life right there. Everyone was there, Rob, Misha, everyone was around. It's fun. That one. Thanks for reminding me. Hi.
Hi, I'm Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Yesterday you were saying like chocolate all over your house.
I do have chocolate all over my house.
You travel with
I've got.
What is your favorite one?
My favorite, if you want to bring me gifts, I like diamonds. But then I like chocolate. I really love a Belgian chocolate, like Lindt or Lindor. I will eat most chocolate. I'm always willing to be surprised. They're really noisy backstage. I can hear them coming. I love a good old-fashioned British Cadbury's. You know, I tell you, I'm sorry, I should not end on a bum note, but your chocolate, your Hershey's, I'm sorry. What is that? Here they come, the terrible ones. Come on, boys. Come in, good. We heard you before we saw you. Hello. What was the hilarity about?
Oh, Ruth, we'll tell you later.
Oh, tell me now.
Rob will tell you.
What was all the hilarity about backstage?
Rob will tell you, say.
Well, you know, thank you for your question about chocolate.
Thank you.
Somebody asked me a question earlier, what was your most embarrassing?
They asked you what Rob's most embarrassing.
And did I refuse to answer? Yes! Well, you're welcome.
Is there one? There's one every day, folks. There's a lot. It happens on the hour. Rich has been privy to several.
I've been privy to several, but you're saying, the question was, what was Rob's most embarrassing
moment?
On stage or just
in life?
In life.
Oh, Lord. Literally, we gotta have a whole week. It's Shane Con. We gotta have a whole 3-day.
2-day panel for Rob.
Extravaganza.
Thank you. You've been so lovely on a Sunday.
auction song?
Prepare to bid on photos of people your friends don't recognize. Take them back to your office, put them up there, and then scroll by that cock of the walk, jerk face.
You can buy
Oh, then you look right. And you look right in his squirrely eyes and say, yes,